Guys, Kev here. Are you ready for the big day? That's right. Tomorrow's the day that Antifa and By All Means Necessary and this other group, Refuse Fascism, they're planning their revolution. Well, let me tell you something. It is sedition. I am calling on all you law enforcement officers out there, everyone who cares about America, to step up. If you are in law enforcement, your duty, especially sheriffs, your duty is to our Constitution. These people, everybody says they're not going to do anything. Well, guess what? They just took out a $100,000 one-page ad in the New York Times. They've spent hundreds of thousands more on other advertisements in other newspapers. They've spent millions on websites preparing for this day, for November 4th. These are the same people who plotted revolutions and sponsored revolutions, funded them in Libya, Egypt, Ukraine. The same tactics they're using now are tactics they used there. Remember the Tiki Torch March in Ukraine? Remember Egypt, how they gathered in the square day after day, multiplying? That's exactly what they say in that one-page ad in the New York Times, that they will continue to gather and grow until they can march on Washington, on the White House, and overthrow a sitting president. Sheriffs, police officers, ignore your city councils. Be ready to break the law if you have to, because you answer to the people, to the hardworking people, the people who matter, hardworking middle Americans. Okay? These idiots out there, and they are idiots, most of them are brainwashed kids. I saw a recent poll. It said that 50% of millennials believe that socialism and communism are better than capitalism. Out of that 50%, 80% of them could not define socialism or capitalism or even communism. These people have been brainwashed from the youngest age. Media, every big media company telling them this BS that America's racist country and all these socialist countries are great. They've never left America. People like me who have lived in communist countries, we know how bad it is. They want to take a system that has lifted more people out of poverty and done more good for the world than any other system in history, and they want to replace it with a system that has enslaved more people and killed more people than any system in history. We have to stop this. We have to stop the third worldization of America. And it's time we take our stand. Americans are fed up. Middle America is sick of it. We've seen them assault people, beating up grandmas and grandpas, calling everybody fascist. We won't give them a boogeyman this time. We're trusting on our law enforcement to do their job. But if they won't, we will run these people down and run them over as quickly as possible. I'm not talking about a Charlottesville sense. I'm talking about if they want to try to overthrow a sitting president, they are directly assaulting our rights as Americans. They are directly undermining our vote, suppressing our vote. They always talk about voter suppression. They're suppressing our vote, and we have every right to defend our property, defend our country, and stand up for our rights as Americans. This is sedition. You have to go out and arrest people like Andy Z. Put a warrant out for Soros, even if he's overseas. Arrest people like Bill Ayers. Arrest all the leaders of Refuse Fascism for sedition. You have to arrest these people for inciting riots, inciting violence. You will know the leaders. We can help you with that. We can go out and get photos of the leaders. We can infiltrate these protests, get photos, share them with the police. We already have lots of information. We have people in Oath Keepers in these groups that have subverted these groups. We can take them out, but we need the willingness of law enforcement to stand up to these leftist city councils and these subversives in government who have gone in specifically to undermine this country. This Antifa group, all these left-wing groups, communism is a revolutionary ideology. There's a reason we don't let communists into the FBI, into the military. Because if you're a member of the Communist Party, USA, you are a revolutionary against America and against our system. We have to stop them. All you law enforcement out there, do your duty to the American people and to the Constitution. And shut these people down. Arrest the heads. Make them serve serious jail time. We will support you even if you have to go against your own bosses, your own mayors, your own city councils. Everybody out there on the right, call these people, call your politicians and let them know we will not tolerate it. We will stand up to them. I hope nothing happens tomorrow. But my guess is that they will sit around in these cities and linger like Occupy did until they can stir things up and really get a push in. And this is the thing. They've spent millions of dollars so far on this. Why would you think it would fizzle out? I hope it does. I hope that the police can shut it down, or if nothing else, maybe this EMP drill is an excuse for DHS to have people on standby. Whatever. No matter what, these people are anti-American, they're anti-law and order, and they are authoritarians, and we cannot let these people have their way. We cannot let these people we cannot let them look good in any way. We have to shut them down. We have to make sure that they cannot go out and destroy people's property, run them over, and then have the media backing them up, telling them that they're fighting some good fight and portraying them as, you know, somehow fighting Nazis or whatever boogeyman the left or the media want to paint that day. We have to stop them the second they start anything that is illegal or unconstitutional. And that includes trying to undermine our vote. If you don't do it, the people will. I guarantee you that. They're fed up.